gotta trust him. No one can stop your music. No one can stop your ministry. Your music is global, Mekaiel. Go get him. I believe in you, bro.
He walked out the door, he was 16. Felt a sudden urge to be relieved. No father at the home, mama's in a zone. His brother ain't at home, he feels empty. There's no one to run to, he don't know what to do. Nobody to talk to anymore. Knows his life is short to move to something better. And every time he sleeps, he knows he can do better. Life is passing by, there's tears in his eyes. He falls and screams, Lord take me please, I'm not where I should be. Can you take me home? There's nowhere else to go. I'm on my knees, show me your real. Lord take me home, take me home. Lord I'm tired of running, in this darkness I'm dying, I'm running back to you. So I'm running back to you.
And welcome back to PSA TV. This is
Questioning everything.
on set. I've got with me Mekaiel Gonzalez. He is a well-known gospel artist. Good morning to you.
Good
How are
morning,
you?
Christy. Good morning. I am good. Tired but good. Tired but good.
Tired but good. And in the background there, of course, you were watching a music video for Home, one of your not so recent.
Yeah, not so recent. That would have been 2016. Yeah, 2016. And then in 2017 we dropped the remix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So before we get into today's discussion, who exactly is Mekaiel?
Mekaiel is a short, caring dude that loves God. And with that, he's seen enough to say to himself, you know what, I'm going to use my gifts and talents to lift God's name up as best as possible and not in a holier than thou way.
Okay.
So my worship or my music is very straight to the point and me and God rather than always, just myself.
Yeah.
So it's me, God, and then I bring it back down to me, God, and you. The person that's watching, the person that's listening. So that's more or less the best way I could explain or express, I guess, who I am in a nutshell.
Yeah. It's nicely put, of course. You've made your mark in the entertainment world, in gospel singing. What exactly has propelled you to get into singing first of all? At what age did you say, oh, hey, this is my talent, let me use it?
I grew up in a singing family, so it wasn't forced upon, but it was
Natural.
Yeah, it was a gradual get into.
So it was just a matter of time that you knew to yourself.
Yeah, so like by age 4, my dad put me on stage in his first concert, and then it just kept going from there, church to church, and from that, I honestly wanted to not do anything music at all. And by age 17, I just felt the pull, because I still loved music, but I just said to myself I wasn't doing any singing, any sort of ministry anyway.
Yeah.
And I just got pulled back in like around 16, 17 there, and I just started writing. Oddly enough, Eminem was the person that pushed me to say, okay,
Yeah.
I think I could write. So listening to that Eminem album was like, okay, I think I could write. And from there, from what was mess became, okay, this is good. Oh, this is great. Okay, all right. I think you could do this, man. So it led from that to finally recording my first project at age 18, more or less.
Oh, wow, at a very young age too.
Yeah, around age 18. Yeah.
What inspires you to write?
Life in general. I know that sounds cliche sometimes from songwriters, but life in general, and just experiences. So my life, the experiences in my life, along with, of course, the word. So going into my secret place and just saying, okay, God, what you have for me? What are you going to download into me right about now? So it's just the combination of those two things, life and reading my word. Yeah.
And how has your journey been as an artist so far?
In I'm a very honest guy, so I try to make sure I speak a little politically correct sometimes. In Trinidad and Tobago, it's been good. Can I say great? By the grace of God, it has been.
Yes.
I could put it that way, because there are still some stumbling blocks where concerning music or the entertainment industry in general in Trinidad and Tobago. So there are still those stumbling blocks that it affects gospel. So people may think, okay, it's Jesus, it's church, you know, what could bother you, what could break you or anything like that. But on the business side of things, the business side of music stays the same. And that's what I think some people don't put into perspective. It stays the same. So with it staying the same, you need some policies, you need some persons with backbone to actually say, okay, we're actually going to push through with this now and finally, you know, give a deeper or closer look into the entertainment industry and actually make it something viable, which it is. It is, you know. So other than that, it's been fun because opportunities have still opened up. So
I know you've taken your career outside of Trinidad as well.
Yes, so I flew out to Atlanta in 2018 actually. Yeah, no, actually 2017. Yeah, Atlanta in 2017, and from there also Antigua, and we're looking at some other countries for next year. And well, we released my latest single off of my upcoming project. We released it in Ghana, so that was fun. Actually being able to, I mean, you're taking gospel music where no Trini has ever done before. So trying.
You know, it's not every day you wake up and you see someone doing something like that.
Yeah.
So, you know, that is good, and you're not just putting, you know, yourself on music. It's like you rightly said, it's ministry, it's God's work. So that is commendable, and I think to some extent, do you think that we've probably lost some connection with, you know, the higher power, and when you look at the way our country is today, do you see that? Do you think that we probably need some bigger intervention, and we need to really, like, I mean, I don't know if you were listening or watching previously the guy before, where he said, you know, we need to bring back some of our old-time ways and our old-time days and incorporate it, bring back some value, you know?
Well, I agree, but I agree to an extent.
Yeah.
That being, change is good. And God, yes, does not change, but God is always up with the times. If you actually think about it, God knows how to reach people, when to reach people, and in what way to do it. So that shows in itself that He is aware that, okay, hey, I may not be able to touch you or reach you the way I would reach that person.
Yeah.
You know, with that being the case, yes, Trinidad has lost a bit of itself to me as a person, as someone from this country, born in this country, and that is in regards to the murder toll, you know, just the unlawfulness, you know, that sort of thing. Yes, to me, I would say we've lost a bit of. We've lost a bit of it, but then when you actually exit the country, you actually see, okay, you know, really and truly, we're not that far or bad off then. We're not that bad off, you know, when we think about it, when we go out there and we see.
So we still have much to celebrate.
We still have much to celebrate, you know, whether it be in just our celebration of everyone's culture and everyone's religion, or whether it be also, as you mentioned, Christianity, you know, in regards to exiting the country, you know, sometimes you realize to yourself, hey, we're not bad off when it comes to Christianity and, you know, God and life in general.
Yeah, I think this is putting it into new perspective here, that we need to be thankful for what we have.
Yeah.
Because like you're saying now, you know, countries that are badly off. What are you as an individual hoping to achieve through your music?
More or less, the number one goal, yes, is to save lives on the spiritual front, but also to just show that you can have, even though yes it's worship music, even though yes it may take on a connotation of its own whereas genre is concerned, you can still have fun with God. God is not a God where he just looks down at you and like, nah, I serious all the time.
Yeah.
You can have fun with God. So it's for me to show those in and out of the church that, hey, you can have fun with God. Don't be afraid to jump. Don't be afraid to clap. Don't be afraid to shout. Express yourself. He loves that. Express yourself. Yeah. So.
Where do you see the gospel music industry in the near future, or what is your hope for it?
Heavy questions. I like it. With answering that question, what I would say is I would hope that we or other gospel artists recognize also that we're a niche market, and with being a niche market, there is room to unite and unite on a much stronger front, along with if no other genre in Trinidad and Tobago tries or gets government or gets stakeholders to say, okay, music is important, I think we can actually do it, because we're a niche, we have room to grow, and also the stats are there to show that, okay, this is possible. If we can do it with those that go to church and do it with those that go to concerts, then trust and believe we can do it with the entire country when it comes to music, when it comes to actually, investing in the arts and gaining from that investment. Everything is an investment. Everything is an investment, and just know that you're gonna get back. You have to.
And speaking about getting back and investing, I know you've recently, I believe it's iTunes?
Yes.
So tell us a bit about that.
Well, all my music is, all my catalog is back on iTunes and Apple Music. I had a little issue with them back in the day, but I corrected it. And all my catalog is back on iTunes, Apple Music, Tidal, everywhere you stream or purchase music, along with the latest single. As I said, that would be on my upcoming project, which is looking like a 2020 release. So we're near the end. 2 more songs and then mix and master.
Who knows, God's willing, March.
Yeah, God's willing, hopefully, yeah, because I actually released the latest single this year, March. Yeah, so if I could drop the project next year, March, would be fun. It would be nice.
Now you're a father, a husband,
yes,
a worker. How do you balance everything?
By sheer will, I guess. By pushing myself.
Yeah.
It's not easy because there are days where I get tired. Like this evening, I have studio, so I don't put myself on as much breaks as a person would say I should take. So it's either studio, an event. I also do artist management. So my company does artist management, so I have to oversee that aspect of the artists that we manage, and also myself and daughter and wife. And daughter is only 6 months old now, so I mean she's full of life, and she doesn't like to sleep as much, so that adds to the extra tiredness that I would be feeling. I just have to balance it as best as possible. So there are some weekends or some days where I just say, okay, I'm not going to do anything today. Sometimes I still find myself doing one or two little small things.
You can't help yourself.
Yeah, but I try to take as much of a break as possible and just relax.
What keeps you motivated?
The small successes, large or small, those successes, they kind of remind me that, okay, you're here for a purpose, and if it is you could reach this far, then imagine what can happen if you keep going, and within, whether it be the next year, 2 years, or years, imagine what's going to open up again
Yeah.
for you. So it's just me more or less staying as connected with the people, the general public, along with being as connected as possible with those in the industry abroad and even locally, and trying to learn and at the same time to apply what I learn and just see where the chips fall. You know? So that's more or less what keeps me going. Yeah.
Let's talk a bit about you as a brand yourself. Now, you're an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
How different is it from your regular job in terms of keeping your head strong, maintaining discipline, getting certain things done by a certain time? How does it now, differ? How does it differ from the corporate world into an entrepreneur?
It can be a bit hectic sometimes. Sometimes you can feel a bit overwhelmed. A lot of times, persons that push the entrepreneur talk, they don't divulge or be honest enough to say, hey, if you're taking this path, you have to understand that you're going to have moments where
Yeah, you might not make as much as...
You might not make as much, and you might actually feel depressed or get depressed. And it's up to you to say, okay, do I want to allow this depression to take over? Do I want to keep pushing and keep going? There is the understanding that, okay, there are your own bills to pay. Besides personal, there is also the business aspect, those bills that need to be paid, along with understanding you have taxes. So you have to, to the best of your ability, maintain the best possible working relationship, as I put it. I put it as a working relationship with the government, to make sure that they don't feel as if you're cheating the country. I ain't ready to go to jail or anything like that, or get any sentencing. So I'm going to try to just keep a level front where it comes to taxes, where it comes to paying the bills, to help keep the machine going. And I know in time I would have enough to then say, okay, as much as yes, there will still be that, okay, this is your own company you have to worry about. At least okay, it's at a good standing right now. So yeah.
Can we look out for any collaborations with you in the future?
Well, there are two collaborations on my upcoming project. One is with my good friend Jean-Pierre. And the other is with gospel artist out of Barbados, Alicia Sweeting. So you can expect those two. Those two will be on the project, and I'm hoping to do a little more collaboration. And I actually have a collaboration that's in the vault. Just the other day I was listening to it and I was like, Lord, I have this since 2016. Should
that's
I release this or not?
time. That's a long time. Dust the cobweb out of it and get going.
So I'm still deliberating if to drop it or not.
Before we wrap things up, I just want to ask you, what do you hope to see? What do you hope to see as we go forward? We're going to be celebrating Independence Day soon enough, on the 31st of this month. So what is your hope, what is your wish for Trinidad and Tobago?
That we become a better nation. We are in a good place. As much as things look bad, we are in a good place. But of course, we can do better. We can be better. When it comes to the arts, I would want that those in a higher position do understand that the general public loves every bit of the different genres that are available to them from Trinidadian artists. So they love gospel, they love the hip hop, they love the soca. It's not just one genre. So let's open our eyes and actually say, hey, same way we love everything else about our culture, there are aspects to our culture that we could definitely say, okay, we're gonna stretch out our hands and do our part, because I do believe, I was talking to a friend of mine, he was saying, do artists expect a handout? And I was like, no, artists, songwriters, producers and whatnot don't expect a handout, but they are doing their part. The flying in and out of the country, the registering your companies, paying your taxes and whatnot. They're doing their part. All we're asking is for the government and for others to do their part also.
And you know, it's funny because you're saying that now. When an artist goes, let's say, away, and you achieve something, you don't celebrate by yourself.
Yeah.
The entire country is now proud.
Yeah.
And the entire country says, "Oh, that's one of ours." So, you know, it's like you say, it's time that we see some sort of much needed support and
Yes.
more support, I should say,
Yeah.
coming out from, you know, you want to celebrate these artists, then do your part
Yeah.
because they are doing theirs.
Endless hours and money.
Yeah.
That's how I put it. Endless hours and money. Yeah.
All right. So before you go, just tell us a bit about your upcoming album.
Well, the upcoming album, I wouldn't want to give the name as yet.
Nope.
So
You don't want to let the
yeah.
cat out the bag just yet.
Yeah, I won't give the name of it as yet.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a total of 8 tracks. On it will feature my latest single, I Choose to Live.
Yes, and of course we'll end off with that.
Yes, the entire project and the single was produced by Audio Predators. In Audio Predators is a husband and wife team, Lesroy Byers and Shade Seeley Byers. Shade doing vocal arrangement for me and Lesroy doing production, and us also collaborating on certain songs. So they're co-writers on a lot of songs too. It's a fun project. I can assure you it's going to be a fun project. It's going to have everything for everyone. Originally, Persons With Know Me for contemporary gospel, but I did that intentionally so that I could always maneuver into that worship flow.
Yeah.
So this project itself is going to now incorporate heavy worship along with the contemporary gospel. So you're going to get different flavors, and I try my best to show my versatility. So you're going to get that from me for this project. So should be a 2020 release. Yeah, so guys, just keep me lifted in prayer and keep supporting, check me out. And,
Yes.
and yeah.
So to any young person who may be looking at you and they're like, okay, I think I want to head into this field. What is your advice to your viewers right now?
When you go into this, understand that no matter the genre, the music business or the business aspect of the music business is the same. So educate yourself, whether it be by university, whether it be by teaching yourself. There is YouTube, guys. So educate yourself and be as professional as possible, and uphold the best, uphold the best in yourself, uphold that part of yourself, and allow others to see that greatness in you.
Yeah.
Invest in yourself also. Be sure to invest in yourself. So yeah.
Yeah. And lastly, your contacts, social media handles.
Mekaiel Official. Mekaiel Official. I have a little title. So Mekaiel.
We'll have it on the screen there, so
Official.
You'll see it there.
Yeah, so they can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. Mekaiel Official. So you can find me there at Mekaiel Official. Yeah.
All right, simple as that. And of course, we tend to celebrate our artists when they achieve, the big winnings and everything away. But it starts from home.
Yeah.
So we need to do our parts just as much as the artists are doing their parts, and the government also need to do their part. Not just celebrating, but ensure that there is always stuff for us to celebrate here home in Trinidad and Tobago. Mekaiel, I want to thank you so much for coming on this morning.
Thank you very much, Christy, for having me. Thank you.
Shedding some light, of course, into the gospel industry and taking our music worldwide, of course. So this is PSA TV. We've come to the end of today's show. I am Christy Singh. On behalf of all of us here at PSA TV, here's wishing you a safe and blessed day. We're going to end off with I Choose to Live.
I trials may come, we have the victory. I choose to live, 'cause you're with me, yeah. Though trials may come, we have the victory. We choose to live, 'cause you are here. Though storms may come, we know you're always near. We choose to live, 'cause you are here. Though storms may come, we know you're always near.